What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to this week's movie. This is episode 117. Got a little double feature for you guys tonight. Excuse me. We're going to talk about the 2022 absolute hit movie, man. The Menu. I just can't believe how positive the response has been to this movie. And then after that we'll talk about was it Cosmos? Wait, how do you say his name? Is it
Panos
Cosmatos, that's what it is. Yeah. Panos Cosmatos, who did Mandy. He did one a few years before called Beyond the Black Rainbow, and that was our movie that Chris had picked out. And so we're going to start off by talking about The Menu. This movie was crazy, dude. I've already watched it twice since it's been on HBO Max. I watched it once by myself, and I absolutely couldn't believe how much I did like it a lot. And then so I got Krista to watch it, and she even thinks that it's one of the best that she's seen in a while. So I feel like while watching it, I felt like I was watching a modern day, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory type of movie. It just felt like a mirror was being held up to me and to society in general. And it was like, look how dumb you guys behave. Like this is how you guys act like children. And yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I thought the movie was almost perfect. I really, I was kind of surprised at how much I liked it. I thought, oh, it's going to be a pretty good movie. But when at the end of it, I thought, doggone, there's not much they could have done to make this any better. So
yeah, I was surprised how much I enjoyed it because, like, I think we're all kind of burnt out by the trailer.
Man,
by the time it came out, that none of us saw it in the theater, even though it was getting good.
I worked there and I still didn't see it. That's how much I was like, eh.
Yeah, but yeah, I was surprised. Like I knew it wasn't going to be like super gory or anything like that, but I was kind of surprised. Just it was, I mean, just kind of tame for a while, even though like it has good dialogue and all the acting is great in it. Everybody's super annoying, but I think that's on purpose. Like,
no, it's very much on purpose.
I mean, like every like type of person that is a foodie or loves food or goes to fancy restaurants or whatever is like pretty much put in the movie. And
well, I'll tell you this, I liked it infinitely better on the second watch because there's so many things that you just can't know until you've seen it once. And so when you watch it a second time, and there was things that I was like speculating that when it came out, I was like, okay, I was right or I was wrong or whatever it was. But on the second watch, man, you can really stop focusing on the stuff that's right in front of you and look at all the stuff around you. And it's pretty cool, man. I mean, getting to anticipate things that you know are coming and understanding why they're coming is a little bit nice. It's really cool, man. The movie's great. I think that it's a direct, I don't know. It's funny because it says a lot about, what was that movie that I watched where the guy was doing, Deadstream is also completely different, like subgenre of movie, but like also poking fun at modern society is what I'll say. And this movie just really, it makes you, I don't know how to say it, man. The guy that made it, I don't even know who directed this movie. I have no idea.
I don't either.
I don't remember his name. I looked him up, but he hadn't really done much.
I didn't think so because I hadn't heard a bunch about it. It was directed by this guy. You know, usually when it's somebody of, prominence, you hear a lot about it. But you can feel the person that created this is an artist, and you could feel that this is coming from a personal place. Like they're sick of it is what it felt like to me.
Yeah, I mean, even down to Ralph Fiennes. I mean, like his character. Everyone had their own like set of issues.
Is he the chef?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know anybody's name in this movie except Anya Taylor-Joy.
The chef.
Yeah,
whatever you want to call him.
Yes, chef.
I hate that shit.
Oh, dude, it was super dumb.
But yeah, I mean, even down to him, like even his character was just annoying to a fault because they were all just so into this.
Oh, I loved his character.
I mean,
I
did
too.
I did too, and I think that's what it does really well. It takes all these characters, and you go, these characters kind of suck and they're annoying.
His acting was phenomenal.
He makes them interesting. Like they're all still interesting really characters, even though like, I mean, I guess it makes you think about like, are my like hobbies that annoying to other people?
For sure they are. But he was more or less talking about people are ruining the hobbies, not that the hobbies are annoying. He's talking about you got these rich folks who are so rich that they just go to this place casually to eat, which is supposed to be a place that's special. You got the poser, which is the guy that I wanted to strangle this kid within 5 minutes of the movie.
Oh my God.
Oh man. Then you have like the dude bros that don't really know what they're doing. They're just leveraging their quote unquote power. And you got the freaking food what do you call her? Reviewer, whatever. Critic, thank you. Critic, yeah. The food critic who's destroying people's lives. And so like everybody that's in the restaurant is what's ruining the art. And it's not the people that love the art. They've been priced out of it. He even talks about it in the movie that they've priced out the people that he's actually making this food for. It's crazy, dude. I love this movie. I'm going to definitely own it. I'm going to definitely watch it a whole bunch more times. It's really, really good.
Yeah. What's smart about it to me is like food is a really good analogy for art itself. I think.
I agree.
I think I brought it up in the podcast before. Like sometimes you want a really you want like a steak dinner. You want like a really more artful movie or something. And sometimes you want a cheeseburger,
Yeah.
And it's about art, like you said, and it's about the consumers.
Yes.
The people that don't make anything for themselves, they only consume.
Yeah,
and that is most of society.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. I mean, even though we create things for people to enjoy, we still consume far more than we create. And I think it was just like, I think it was more or less a mirror, and people are going to have a hard time watching it and not being like, oh, that's not me. That's blah, blah. No, dude, that's a little bit of all of us, man. We're in some part of some of these characters. We have to be, man. It's just, I like that the pure one was the girl that wasn't even supposed to be there. And you saw that he got joy by making a simple burger. And the reason he got joy from it wasn't because it was hard to make, is because she enjoyed eating it. And he was like, oh my God, she loved my food. And then she was just so brilliant. What great writing was that to come up with a way? Because I was thinking, oh, I'm going to get my bleak ending, I guess. Damn, dude, these guys are about to all get it, man. And then she just comes up with the greatest little, I don't know what you call it, trick. She was just so smart. It was so well written.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it.
And that burger looks so damn good, bro. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've heard this pointed out by so many people, but it's the Ratatouille ending.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
Even though it is,
I've never seen that movie.
Really?
It's a great movie.
It's a really good movie. I mean,
I don't like cartoons much.
Even for a Disney, this is Disney, right? Not Pixar. Yeah.
I might throw it on. The kids will probably like it, so I'm willing to watch it.
It is Pixar. Okay.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite Pixars.
Yeah.
It's probably mine as well. But
dude, I'll be honest, man. I don't think I can even pick out my favorite Pixar movies. like genuinely, not to be like snarky about it. I don't. Is Monsters Inc. Pixar?
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite thing. I really like that movie a lot.
Yeah,
that was a good one. It's super cute, man. Little girl, she's trying to scare her. She's just like, nah, bro, we're friends. And it's like, oh, there we go. Anyways, but yeah, dude, I thought that even the characters that were annoying in that movie were very well done, very well acted, very well written. I think that it was one of the no, dude, I absolutely hate Patton Oswalt. I hate that guy so much. Oh, dude, I don't want to talk about that dude.
He is the voice of Ratatouille.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
He would be. Fucking whatever.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I would check it out.
I think that, you know what, you're not gonna be even a little surprised. I love John Leguizamo, and I was so happy to see him in something where he was like not being extra. He was just kind of playing a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now it was like a little toe dipped in the extra pool, I guess, but he wasn't being like, oh. It was cool to just see him being in the movie as a character actor. And I don't know. Yeah. I liked his little story arc. I liked the Asian guy as part of the trio of dude bros. He was awesome. I don't know what about it. It was his voice. He had a calming voice. I really liked him when he was asking everybody. You could just tell, like, in real life, he's probably a very nice guy.
Stuck with these other two douches.
Oh, those guys were some douchebags.
Yeah.
So Leguizamo is always good. Like, I like him in like small bites like that.
That dude, it makes it so much more enjoyable, doesn't it?
Like when he shows up in like John Wick, just for scene, like, oh, John Leguizamo. Perfect.
That's kind of why I like him, because he usually does those parts. When he's in a main starring role, it's a little much most of the time. But in an ensemble cast like this, it's the perfect amount of screen time for him.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, whenever they did the mess, when that guy gets up and they're like, he's like humiliating him in front of everybody, and then I was like, oh, this poor guy. As soon as they rolled out the mat, I knew what was happening, and I was like, oh no. But I didn't know exactly how. And then they pulled up that one behind him, and I was like, oh, this dude's blowing his brains out. I was like, yeah, okay. But yeah, man. It was
really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
So the reason that I wanted Carissa to watch this movie is for one reason specifically. When they get to the end and he starts talking about, as soon as they started laying down the graham, I saw the crackers and I was like, oh, they're making a s'more. Well, right now in my kitchen, they're making s'mores. They do that like 5 nights a week.
I love s'mores. That's my only problem with this movie is they make fun of s'mores.
But they don't really make fun of it.
I know.
But they make s'mores here like 5 nights a week, and I was like, oh, dude. As soon as because I was like, she might like it, and as soon as that came on, I was like, no, dude, she'll understand why this was so funny to me. And but yeah, dude, I thought that was funny because it's so accurate, and man, that movie was amazing, dude. I kind of want to watch it again this week. I don't know if I'll have the time, but it was extremely good. I think it was like a 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, really good.
Oh yeah, I like it quite that much, but I liked it way more than I was expecting to. And,
no, dude, I almost said 9.5, dude. It's like, dude, I mean, I don't know what you'd do to improve it.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it if that means anything.
Yeah, I probably will too.
I like as soon as she saw the old man, that was the only thing that I wish they would have made it a little harder to figure out, because I was like, oh, although the twist of her being on a paid date with old buddy was something I didn't call, but I knew she had been with that old man.
Yeah.
So I guess that was the trick, is that she was actually a call girl, a Julia Roberts type.
Yeah. I mean, they made it obvious something was going on.
Dude,
and once you figure out that the chef doesn't actually know her, so I was thinking maybe she was involved with him somehow, because
I thought it was
interaction was kind of.
Yeah, I thought it was strange that the whole setup that they knew, like, man, what's the foodie kid's name? What a piece of crap that kid is, man.
Yeah, I can't remember.
What is his damn name?
He's gonna be in that new Nick Cage movie, and I can't wait.
He's Beast in the X-Men movies.
Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he is Beast, isn't he?
Yeah.
I knew I recognized that fool from somewhere.
He's in Mad Max Fury Road too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's been in a few things.
Yeah.
Well,
he's in a lot of stuff.
That kid made me so angry, man. Like, knowing that they were all gonna die. Like, he's so obsessed with this crap. He's willing to like, oh, they're not really gonna. Dude, I will say though, it's kind of funny when he lets all the men run off, and he's still standing there like, I don't know what they're running for. And you're like, oh my goodness, this kid's so clueless.
Yeah,
he's so clueless.
Like I saw myself the most in him, because I mean,
that's not good.
I like all this stuff. Like I don't even create YouTube content like you guys. I consume. So like I'm a fan of all this stuff.
You're not a poser.
So. But like he goes so far beyond just being a fan of something.
I like whenever they make him make it, and in the description it puts it on the screen. It's like whatever shit is like barely edible. This I was like, dude, that's
undercooked lamb bullshit.
Yeah.
That movie was great, man. Well, cool. Let's talk about this other movie, I guess. Beyond the Black Rainbow. First off, I need to check, how long is this movie? Is it over 2 hours?
No,
it's like 1:50, I think.
Oh, so it's like right at 2 hours. Man, it felt like it just kept going, man. I definitely thought it felt longer than 2 hours to me.
Yeah.
I really wanted to like this because of who made it, and I'm not really ready to say that I don't like it yet. But being in a position where I had to watch it due to a time restraint made it a little harder to enjoy than I think it would have been otherwise. That's the way I'll say it, because I think that there's a lot to like about it. I even went so far as to watch a video essay about it. like after the fact because I was so perplexed by what I watched because I didn't understand any of it. I was like, I don't think I understand any of this movie.
Oh, I had Wiki opened on my phone and I was reading the
I should have done that
synopsis while I was watching. I was like,
okay,
oh, that's what's happening? Okay.
Yeah.
I was
okay, good. I'm glad that I'm not the only one that I felt real dumb watching this movie, man. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was reading the Wikipedia like halfway through the movie. I pulled it out and went, "Yeah, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that.
I'm glad it wasn't just me.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest, dude. I'm usually the one that doesn't catch things, so it does feel a little bit better to know that you guys were a little confused as well.
Yeah.
So he definitely has a style. It's like the same. All this is like Mandy minus Nick Cage. Like that's what this was. It was fucking Mandy minus Nick Cage. It felt like I saw somebody put a comment. I can't take credit for this because it wasn't me that said it, but I definitely agreed with it. They said that the main character reminded them of like an amalgamation of American Psycho's lead and 11 from Stranger Things, trapped in like a fever dream type thing. I thought, kind of resembles that. I mean, it's not pinpoint accurate, but it's pretty close. This movie is wild, dude. It's wild and it's uber slow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like to have a movie that's that slow be that wild is kind of an amazing task in my opinion.
Yeah. Sorry. I know.
No, you're good, bro.
I brought up the we've talked about it a couple of times, but the Cabinet of Curiosities episode.
Yeah, dude. I'm very tempted to watch that now.
That is exactly what this needed to be. You know, it's like 45 minutes.
Okay.
It's got some dialogue, and the dialogue's interesting.
Pretty dialogue heavy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
this one was missing.
A lot of the dialogue doesn't really, I guess,
it doesn't add up to
matter to anything in the end. Yeah. So, but by the end, it goes wild and is awesome. Whereas this just kind of like
this one just just tapers off, but it never does this at all. It's just like that.
But being only like 45, 50 minutes or whatever it is,
right?
It's perfect for it. So if this was like 40 minutes, if this was an episode of that, again, it wouldn't be as good as that episode, but it'd be a little better, at least a little more.
It'd be an interesting,
enjoyable
short film. It's like because this feels like an exhibition of his talent. Like this is what I can do. You know, it's like it's showing off like what he can do, like his style.
That's exactly how I felt about it. Like to an absolute T.
Yeah. But it's just that. It's just style. There's
way more style than substance.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't feel like it was really telling a story at all. Did it?
Not really.
I think there was things about it that I really enjoyed though, man. I like trippy visuals because I like trippy stuff. Like I'm a hallucinogen fan. I like to open up my mind a little bit and just experience things that aren't necessarily of this world. And that kind of stuff is attractive to me. So like, and also the color palette he used is stuff I really like. I could have used some more, I don't know, up the pace a little bit or something. I don't know. Like you said, man, making this one a 70-minute movie would have been a real wise choice in my opinion. Like,
have y'all ever seen George Lucas's first movie? It's called THX.
Yes, I have that.
I've heard of it.
I mean, it's like so much this movie. It's not even funny.
Dude, I can't believe I didn't put that together.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't even know if I still have that. I might have sold that by now because I didn't keep it. I watched it just to watch it. You talk about his one he did in college.
Yeah, it was like his film school movie.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, I bought it in a collection of stuff. You don't remember me showing you that? I was like freaked out because I was like, "What is this?" And I think you're the one who pointed out what it was.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was in like a white. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, it was very weird.
Yeah, it's a weird, very slow movie. Everything's very like sterile, white rooms.
Yeah,
and it's freaking what's his name? Robert Duvall is the main actor.
Oh, he sure is, isn't he?
Yeah, it's like before anyone knew who he was. You know.
Yeah.
Somebody was,
but he like escapes at the end, and it's like that, especially that scene where she like leaves the facility and stuff. It's like almost shot for shot, I think. I mean, it's been years since I've seen that movie, but it just reminded me of it a lot. And it reminded me of reminded me of Kubrick a lot.
I was going to ask you. That's exactly what I was fixing to say.
Cronenberg a little bit.
Does it remind you of 2001 at all?
A lot of 2001.
Somebody was saying that if you like 2000, if you like this, you'll like 2000, or if you like 2001, you'll like this. And so I just figured that also goes the other direction.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, like me liking 2001 probably leads to me. I mean, I will say I liked this.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't give it more than probably like a 6 out of 10 or something like that. Just falls just ever so much in the like section, but it is probably due to.
I was gonna put it dead center.
Yeah,
5 out of 10.
I do like the vibe. Yeah, it counts for something at least.
It's just a little too long. Otherwise, I'd probably like it quite a bit more. And I think at a certain point in time, in a certain mood, I would really enjoy this movie.
Even if it was 90 minutes, I think I probably would have been
chopping off 20 or so minutes of this would have been a huge plus.
It just it dragged a lot at the end, and it doesn't have really any payoff. She doesn't even get to kill the guy.
His homeboy trip on a log. Like, what are you doing?
I mean, she makes him trip.
Oh, really? Is that what that was?
Yeah. It was very anticlimactic.
But yeah,
it really was.
They blew all their budget on lights and stuff, and they didn't have anything left for at least cameras. At least a little bit of blood or something.
I will say, I feel like he learned something from this because he definitely improved with Mandy.
Yeah,
like that movie is like what this movie should be. I think I can see an absolute
trajectory.
Man, like that's awesome because that means if he makes another film, you just said that Cabinet of Curiosities episode was pretty good, so I'll go watch that. And so going backwards in somebody's filmography is going to oftentimes leave a lot of stuff to be desired because you're going to get to watch the stuff that was before they were as good as they are.
Right. Yeah, you fall in love
more often than not, I would think.
Yeah, you fall in love with somebody's current work. You're going to go back and most times it's going to be lesser quality, but still, at least in like this too, you can see kind of what he's going for.
The style is like fully developed. Like he's got his thing,
Yeah.
It looks great. Like I was
style's there.
I was really digging it for a while. It's just too indulgent.
Yeah.
The guy that did Drive and
Nicholas Winding Refn.
Yeah, what's that other one he did with after that? It was real.
Only God Forgives.
This felt like that would make a terrible double feature together.
Like I've never made it through that movie.
I haven't either. I've tried twice already.
I think I've started it like 3 times and got about like maybe I might have got like 45 minutes in one time and I was like,
Well, I love what's his face? Ryan Gosling a lot. I really enjoy that guy. I think he's great. That one's a tough watch, man.
He's another guy who's just like so indulgent.
Yeah, we watched one of his the Viking one. I can't remember the name of it.
Valhalla.
Is it Valhalla Rising?
Valhalla Rising.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his movie?
Yeah. A little similar. Yeah, it's not a whole lot to it, but cool vibe.
Cool in parts,
Yeah.
But
yeah. If you're in for a vibe, you're getting it. But
I like Neon Demon. That one is kind of like that, but I like that one more.
I like that movie too. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
It has this sort of vibe. It's slow paced. It's very, neon lights and
all the fluorescent stuff is definitely
synth,
music
and all that stuff. Yeah.
I did want to bring up the audio in this movie. It was horrendous, man. It was, and I'm sure it was intentional. Like the sounds they were using, I had to turn the volume down multiple times because it was just jarring. There's like 2 different notes going at the same time for long periods of time. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the like synthy music that they had, A+, dude, really enjoyed it. But like the audio that was in this was just like, I believe it was meant to induce a certain feeling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was just like, Gross, success, you got me, man. I mean, there was one point where I pulled my hoodie over my head and turned the volume down, and I was like, what am I watching, dude?
Yeah.
But
it reminded me of Gaspar Noé a little bit too, because I'd watched a couple of his movies recently, and I watched.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't know. I watched Enter the Void, which is all like a complete drug trip, sort of like this, except it's for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
There you go.
And
I've never seen this before. I don't know that I want to.
You don't want to.
Yeah, you're making me rethink wanting to watch that.
Dude, there's nothing better than Pentatonic, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. They're the greatest a cappella group of all time.
Man, I don't know, Chris. Everyone else likes that movie, apparently. So
it's been on my watch list for a really long time, and just like the length of it. And I mean, I know what I'm in for, and in some cases, I like long, trippy stuff, and like you kind of got to be in the mood for it. But I've never really been in the mood for a almost 3-hour drug trip.
I have. I mean, wait, what?
Well, I did have a trip, but I still had to split it up into 2 parts. I was like, I can only take about 80 minutes of this, and
damn,
turned it off, and then watch the rest of it another day. But
well, do either of y'all plan on watching this movie again, revisiting it at any point in time?
I don't know, maybe, because I do think like it doesn't make any sense when you're watching it, but like reading the Wikipedia synopsis, maybe going back and watching it,
that's kind of how I feel too.
Follow it a little better, and it might be a little more enjoyable.
Yeah, after learning a little bit about it, I'm tempted to go back and rewatch it. Like I didn't hate it, that's the thing. Is I didn't hate it at all. I don't know that I enjoyed myself a whole lot, but I didn't hate it. And during the movie, there were points where I thought, "Oh no, is this gonna be one that I just shit on for the next hour?" And by the end of it, you know what I did that was smart is that I didn't wait till the end of the movie to watch the little video thing that I watched. I watched it at about 40 minutes in. I was like, all right, I don't know what the hell's going on. Pause. So I essentially did the Wikipedia thing like you guys did.
Took a break.
I took a break, learned about it a little bit, and then I rewound it about 10 minutes to make sure I knew what was going on, where I was at, and then I finished it. And so I think rewatching it at some point, I don't need to do it anytime soon because it is a pretty much a full 2 hours. But I'm starting to open up to more artfully done projects. Mm-hmm. I've fallen into this deep, dark pit of SOV stuff, and I can't seem to climb my way out. I lost my flashlight. I'm down here in the mud. I'm just going to live here now. But occasionally I'll go on vacation and watch some, stuff with my turtleneck on and maybe some weird colored glasses or something.
You want me to ruin it for you?
Kinda.
When that dude shaved his head, he looked exactly like Maynard from Tool.
Ah!
I could not think about anything else. He looked exactly like him.
This would be a Tool video.
It kind of is.
Oh yeah, you definitely just made it where I don't really care about this anymore. Man, that's funny because I was thinking he looked like familiar. It might be because I was thinking of Maynard.
It looks so much like him.
I didn't even think I've seen Maynard enough to know what that fool looks like.
Yeah, it's mostly the bald head, but still, it's
bald, and he's also real. It's like long. His head's long. It's not like bald and like shaped like Parker. Dude, Tool is maybe like the most overrated band in the history of bands, and it is what it is. Whatever. I'm not gonna just sit here and shit on Tool. I don't care. But
I brought it upon myself.
Do what?
I brought it upon myself.
Oh, dude, I like some bad music, dude. You're all right. At least they're pretty talented guys. Through most of this movie, I definitely felt as if it would have benefited from having some high energy music. I thought, like at points at least, because that was the one thing about it that if the music had picked up the pace a little bit at certain points in this movie, it would have been a lot easier to digest, I think. But but this is his piece of art, man. You take it how he gives it to you. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I couldn't really bring myself to hate it either. There's a lot of things I was like, this is just really cool. I don't know. Like, I need more, but it's like.
I'll be honest, I was a little irritated that I didn't have an extreme feeling one way or the other. I was like, man, I don't have anything to like.
Yeah,
it's just kind of there, and I'm like, okay, that's a piece of art, and it is what it is, and maybe someday I'll go back and look at that piece of art again, and I don't feel, move in either direction.
It is a style that we all like. It's got that sort of 80s nostalgia thing to it. It's got a lot of
like that stuff.
bits and pieces of other filmmakers that we like and stuff, you know. So there's
there's
just
for
not
sure
enough meat on the bone. It's just,
and we all know how much you love meat.
I do.
We all love
sausage.
Oh man. So,
Yep.
did you lovely gentlemen get to watch anything else this week?
What else did I watch? I feel like I watched something.
Oh, I watched this movie called Crimes of Passion.
Oh, the Ken Russell movie?
The Ken Russell movie. Which is,
yes, I was gonna bring that up in a minute, Adam.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Which is just an absolutely insane movie. I don't really know how to describe it.
Is it Crimes of Passion?
Yeah, it's got, what's her face? What's her name? Sorry. Kathleen Turner. Yeah, and it's also got Anthony Perkins in it.
Yeah, it does. What?
And Anthony Perkins is the most insane person I've ever seen in a movie.
Dude, I want to watch
He's
this.
basically playing Norman Bates, except he kills people with a dildo.
What?
a sharp dildo. And it's a Corman. It's a Roger Corman movie.
Oh, it is?
Okay. Yeah.
Dude, let's go.
It's like New World Pictures, whatever. It's Corman's production company. It is insane. It's like you can't really believe what you're watching. It's bad. It's like kind of bad, but in like the best way.
All right.
It's wild.
I'm in.
It's wild. And there's lots of Ken Russell loves his sexuality stuff too, so it's very sexual. It's all well. Kathleen Turner is a prostitute in the movie, and
that's awesome.
It's wild.
Head of the Family is absolutely amazing, Adam. That movie's, dude. Head of the Family is awesome. I watched Megan, which was shockingly good. I absolutely loved that movie. It was ridiculous. It's not a good movie, but I loved it. It felt like a 90s movie to me, man. Like the way that they filmed it, the way that the people acted, everything was taken real seriously on purpose to not really. It was like, I don't know. It just felt like a movie with like boardroom guys and like goons with ponytails and suits on with glasses. Like it felt like that kind of 90s movie, if that makes any sense. Like it was like overdone on purpose. I don't know. I really, really, really liked that movie a lot. It was, I mean, it's, again, let me be very clear. It's not something that you guys are going to like very much. I think Josh would probably hate it. Chris probably wouldn't care about it at all. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, I was getting like Malignant vibes.
Oh no, it wasn't that
from
bad.
It. So if it's not that bad, then I might check it out at some
This
point.
movie is 100 times better than Malignant, dude. Malignant sucks so bad.
Is it campy? Is that kind of the flavor of it?
Yeah, it's campy. Like they say stuff. I love you, Bubba. They say stuff in it that's like. So the thing is that they know what they're doing, man. They made a movie that is not gory, very little cursing. Yeah. And it's like, hey, kids, come watch this horror movie. And now keep watching horror movies with us. Yeah. And, they say silly crap. There's like, I don't know, man. When I left the theater, I couldn't believe how much I liked it. I was like, dang, because everything that you're wanting out of it, with the exception of the gore, is in it. The gore's not in it, but everything else is great, man. The dialogue's funny. There's some stuff there where you're like, are you kidding me? It's just, I don't know, silly good time, man. I think I was kind of caught off guard. I kind of expected it to be pretty bad.
I think that type of horror is about to make a comeback with things like Malignant, and I think people are just tired of the
elevated
A24 elevated stuff.
Yeah.
And the pendulum always swings back and forth,
Yeah.
Even like stuff like X and Pearl, they just have so much more. They're just a little crazier.
Yeah.
They
definitely X and Pearl are definitely crazier, but I just thought it was so much fun, man. It's like the way I look at it is this: you got two camps. You're gonna either I guess three. You're gonna have people that are just not fans of this kind of movie. They're not gonna like it at all, so they may as well just not watch it. Then you have people that are gonna love it because they just love horror movies. Then you're gonna have the child's play people, man. And then the Child's Play people are going to be split in half too, I guess, because you're going to have the ones that are just really protective of Child's Play and go, oh no, this is just a ripoff and I don't like it. Because it definitely is. It wouldn't exist without Child's Play. It's just the 2023 version of it, man. And it was such a good movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, they may make an unrated version? See, I would be interested in that, an unrated version of that movie, and have both of them on a single package. That'd be great. Oh, I haven't seen that The Boy, but I watched a ton of movies this week. I'm not going to go into all of them, but one thing I will touch on real quick is that I watched something very specific for a very specific reason. I'm going to make a video on it. I already recorded it twice and then trashed it because I didn't get the dialogue the way I wanted it. But I rewatched Rob Zombie's Halloween and Halloween 2 at the shop. I was just that fucking bored. I had that much time in my hands, and I thought I wanted to go and test myself. I wanted to see, am I just being a hater of Rob Zombie, or is there a reason to not like these movies? And I'll be honest, man, I got a lot to say about it. So I'll probably just make a whole video on it. But
better than the Carpenter movie, huh?
Not even like no.
Okay.
Like
that's what I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, I was wrong. I love these movies. They're so much.
No. I now have a much more.
Oh, you have ammunition on why you don't.
No,
like
I have
them?
I have an accurate, like, idea of what it actually was, because my whole thing is that, man, I can just tell you guys, and I'll make a quick video about it later because it's going to be a different audience anyways. So my opinion of the movies were this: oh, it's just a white trash Michael Myers, and it's they gave us a bunch of information that we don't need to know, and that's stupid. It ruined it, right? Yeah. That still rings true, but if they would just cut the first 25 minutes of that movie out of the first one, it would be 10 times better a movie. Like, it starts off like that. That's all you remember is you remember the first 30 minutes of it. It's a long ass movie too. So like, you're remembering all the stuff that you like. So if you've watched it more than once, you see the first part more than once. And if you stop watching it, what are you going to remember? You're going to remember the first part. And so it starts off really vulgar, and it's not the same movie. I hate to use this word, but the original's classier, man. And it gives us a character that's full of mystique, and they just throw it in our face and give us this new character. It's not the same character, and it is infuriating, man. But after about the 30-minute mark, the movie really takes a pleasant turn, turns into a pretty good movie. And then the second one is a big steaming pile of shit, and it shouldn't exist. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've never watched them since they originally came out, and I've never felt the need to go try again.
It's so lazy. It's so lazy. It's they're giving us information that nobody wanted, nobody asked for. And so the way I look at it is you've only going to have a couple of kinds of people that are going to even like those movies. They're either going to be fans of Rob Zombie who are going to like whatever he makes no matter what, and that is perfectly fine. Or you're going to have people, and at least as far as I can tell, that are really young and just don't have the same love for classic stuff as we do. And that's the only thing I can think of. Because otherwise, there's no reason to like that movie. It is terrible, man. And it's really frustrating because I watched both of them thinking that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just crapping on these for no reason. Nope, they're not good. And the first one had ways to make it good. The second one, I don't think the second one should even exist. I feel like I watched Rob Zombie on that Rogan episode, and he was saying that he was miserable making the first movie. So I don't know why he even did a second one. He might have just been contractually obligated to do so.
Maybe.
But,
No,
they should have just he should have just made a different movie, and it would have been far better. The fact that it's named Halloween makes it so much worse of a movie. But
yeah.
And to end this episode on a positive note, I know you guys, y'all have anything else y'all want to talk about before we go?
I did have two things I wanted to bring up.
Good. Yeah, you talk about that, and then I'll mention what I was going to say before we leave.
Okay. Pale Blue Eye on Netflix. I've been seeing it get kind of like middle of the road reviews.
That's Christian Bale?
Yeah, the new Christian Bale movie. The guy that did Antlers. And
I liked Antlers.
What was the other movie he did, Josh? I know you know.
Oh, he's done a few things. He did that Crazy Heart movie with Jeff Bridges.
Okay.
Nice.
He did another one with Christian Bale called Hostiles. It's a
That's
Western.
the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
That movie's awesome.
I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
So this one, it's a not to go back to Beyond the Black Rainbow, but it's a little bit of a slow burn. You know, it's a detective movie, but it's really awesome. It's got a really cool vibe, and if you're into like slow, like was it 1800s with Edgar Allan Poe?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all
Kind of gothic, right?
Yeah, it's all snowy, gothic. If you're into that, it's awesome.
So you've already watched it?
Yes.
Nice.
I just wanted to bring it up because like I liked it way more than any of the reviews I read on it.
Interesting.
And I just think it deserves a little bit of a, fair shake, I guess.
Nice. I love Christian Bale, so I'm at least willing to watch it once.
But yeah, I think if you're prepared going in, that it's a little slower.
It looked like a slow burn to me.
That director, he did Out of the Furnace too.
That movie's amazing.
Christian Bale.
I never saw that.
Dude, I love that movie.
All those movies are kind of slow burn, but kind of gritty and
gritty is a good word for Out of the Furnace. It's very gritty.
Yeah. But yeah, he's a good director. He makes solid stuff.
Yeah, I want to go back and rewatch some of those other ones I haven't seen because
Hostiles I really like.
I haven't seen
that's
that
probably
one
my
either.
favorite of his stuff.
So the other thing I rewatched was Terrifier 2.
Let's go. I need to rewatch that too.
I still have all the same problems with it, but I was in the mood for it. I sat down and went, I don't give a shit about any of that. I just want to rewatch it. I want to check it out again. And I had fun. Like it's still got like length issues and all that stuff, but
I mean, not a whole lot you could do about that, unfortunately.
I had a lot more fun the second time around. I just wanted to bring that up.
That's awesome. I'm happy you watched it again. Dude, I haven't rewatched it yet because of the same exact thing. I know it's too long, but I'm gonna have a day where I just feel like watching it, and that's what it's for. It's for me, and I love the characters so much. Like I don't even care. I'm so happy that that's doing what it did. I mean, there's a part of me that's salty about it, but I gotta get over myself. I'm happy for them, and so I need to just like let it go.
I'm happy for him too, and I appreciate what he's going for, even though I have problems with it. I give him nothing but props for making what he wanted to make, and
it takes some balls to do what he did. If nothing else, it takes some balls, and I don't think I have that kind of courage. So, I mean, to give me that kind of money that my fans are giving me, and then to go make something like that, I would be so stressed out. Like it would just be, it would become not fun,
Yeah, and I know like that was probably a bit of the length issues too, because they had a bunch of like the whole thing in the beginning with all the like the dream sequence where he's just like mowing down all the people.
I think that's all the people that put money into it.
That's all. Yeah. So like if you just cut that like 10, 15 minutes out, like
it becomes way more palatable.
If you wouldn't have, but you had to do it. Like he kind of.
Yeah, I mean nothing's gonna be perfect when you're doing an indie film, and especially doing an independent film. So it's I'm glad you rewatched it, man. I wasn't sure if you were ever going to get around to doing it.
Yeah. I wanted to. And I bought the 4K too. And
how did it look on 4K? Pretty good.
It looks good. I was kind of surprised. Like I wasn't expecting a whole lot just because it's not a big budget movie. It doesn't have a big studio behind it putting out. So yeah, it was good.
Maybe because it was all practical or mostly practical that it looks a lot better than if it had a bunch of low budget CG stuff. Bro, I'm not gonna even go into all the low budget crap I've been watching lately. You guys won't want to hear it. But okay, two things before we go. One, Adam, I did get your package in the mail. I will be making a video as soon as we're done here, opening it up so I can see what's in there. I want to give I know that there's a disc in here for Bill as well. So just thank you for sending this out, man. This is amazing, dude. I appreciate it. Also got another package that's going to be opened up in the same video. This is a tape. And then last thing. So I had never watched the trailer for Evil Dead Rise or for that Nick Cage vampire movie.
Yeah.
So when I went to the theater with Carissa to go watch Megan,
you were fully rock hard before the
movie. Oh, bro. So first off, I got to watch the trailers for Dolly Dearest and Dolls, and so I've already ordered both of those movies. They're on their way.
Dolls.
Oh, dude,
isn't Dolls the that's the Reanimator guy?
Is it really?
Stuart Gordon? Really? I think. Yeah.
What?
Dolls. Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Well, anyways, I got it on the way, and it's like a Vinegar Syndrome slipcover edition. I'm super pumped.
Right, nice.
But
That's
so
cool.
in the theater, so after those come, I'm all pumped up for Megan, and then like, I see the Evil Dead trailer, and I'm like super hyped. I'm like, this is gonna be amazing. I'm like literally like clapping and like freaking out in the movie theater, and then the vampire movie thing comes on, right? And I had completely forgotten that Nick Cage was going to be in this vampire movie,
I
right?
haven't seen this trailer yet.
Oh, dude. So, okay, just imagine me in the trailer. So I'm sitting there, and the kid's in the trailer for the most of it, right? And it keeps showing like little clips of like his boss, who's got like, it's clearly a vampire. It's got the rings and all this stuff. And I was telling Chris, I was like, man, I wonder who the vampire is. Because I completely forgot. And so we're in the theater with like, I don't know, 10 other people. And then it goes, and it's Nick Cage. And I went, oh, fuck, it's Nick Cage! Like, really loud.
Grab some popcorn butter and just started jacking it.
Dude, no, I used my tears. I was so happy. But, like...
That's kind of salty, isn't it?
Yeah, it went right in the hole. I was like, ah! But, dude, I got such a jolt of energy from that, dude. I was so pumped, dude. So I was saying that to say that I think that all of that combined with the fact that we had excellent food, very fast service, because going there in the daytime is just better. Yeah. I think that might have led to some of my hype on Megan, and I am realistic enough to understand that I had just an absolutely amazing experience that day in the theater. It was probably the best theater experience I've had. I can't tell you when I had an experience that was that good from start to finish, and including all the food that was just that awesome. And I had my wife with me, which is amazing. She doesn't get to go out very much with me. So if anybody watches Megan and they think, man, he really, really loved this movie, dude, man, it's subjective, man. And I think that your experience got something to do with how you feel about the movie. So just go in with tempered expectations. I just don't want anybody to think that I think it's a 10, because I don't. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It had a lot to do with other things that were part of my experience that day. So,
okay, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, Mr. Josh, what are we watching this week?
We're watching The Lair of the White Worm. It's
Jesus Christ, what is this?
Ken Russell movie.
Ken Russell? Yeah.
Yeah. It's on Tubi.
Okay. The Lair of the White Worm, you said?
The Lair of the White Worm.
All right. I'm pumped for this.
It's going to be ridiculous and campy and erotic, and it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's got very early Hugh Grant in it.
That sounds fun. Okay. I'm writing it down on my board real quick. I'm still listening to y'all.
And apparently, I just found this out, but it's based on Bram Stoker novel.
That's awesome.
Okay.
It's a vampire movie. It's not Dracula, but it's another vampire movie or novel that he wrote.
That's awesome.
So,
Hugh Grant's cool.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. So
cool.
Seems good, dude. That's pretty rad.
Ken Russell kick. So I saw that. I was like, that is perfect.
Nice.
Just wanted to acknowledge that you said hello. So what's up, dude? Awesome, man. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. The Menu, amazing movie. Beyond the Black Rainbow, very trippy movie. I'm not going to say whether it's good or bad. I'm pretty middle of the road on it. I'd love to have other people's opinions on it. So if you watch the movie, let us know how you feel about it. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out. Give us a like and a comment. Subscribe to the channels. We do appreciate it. We love you guys. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.